In PE, it is best to use your activity space safely and properly in order to be safe. Respect is listening and following directions. When you're listening and following directions, it is always respectful. Courtesy is taking turns. When you're taking turns in PE, you're very courteous. Responsibility is taking care of the equipment. In PE, when you take care of the equipment, you're definitely being responsible. Take a look at the videos on the screen. Each video represents a vocabulary word. Which video and color represents safety? Which video and color represents respect? Which video and color represents courtesy? And last of all, which video and color represents responsibility? Pause the video and talk about this in small groups, and we'll give you the answers in just a second. All right, it's time for the answers. Orange was safety. If you notice, while dribbling the ball down the field, they're all in personal space and being very safe, using their personal space correctly. Red was respect. If you notice, they were listening very carefully to the coach and being respectful. Blue was courtesy. If you notice, the gentleman is passing the ball back and forth and being courteous. And green was responsibility. The other gentleman was getting the ball and bringing it back to him and using responsibility. Running is walking at a faster rate with brief moments when both feet are off the ground. Hopping, using a springing action from one foot landing on the same foot. Leaping uses a springing action from one foot landing on the other foot. Sliding is done in a sideways direction with the same foot leading and back foot chasing. Galloping is similar to sliding, but in a forward direction. Skipping uses a combination of a step and a hop, alternating feet. Take a look at the video. Is this video galloping? Give your teacher a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Hopefully, you gave a thumbs down. This is not galloping, this is running. Take a look at this next video. Is this hopping? Give your teacher a thumbs up or a thumbs down on whether you agree or disagree. If you picked thumbs up, you are correct. Hopping is springing on one foot and landing on the same foot. Take a look at this video. Is this leaping? Give your teacher a thumbs up if you think this is correct, or a thumbs down if you disagree. If you said thumbs up, you are correct. Leaping is a springing action from one foot and then landing on the other. Check out this video. Is this sliding? Give your teacher a thumbs up or a thumbs down. If you said thumbs up, you are exactly correct. Sliding is done in a sideways direction with the same foot leading and the back foot chasing. Okay, how about this one? Is this skipping? Give your teacher a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Hopefully you picked thumbs down because this is not skipping, this is galloping. Galloping is similar to sliding, but in a forward direction. Okay, here's our last video. Is this skipping? Give your teacher a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Hopefully you picked thumbs up because that's exactly what it is. This is skipping. Skipping uses a combination of a step and a hop while alternating feet. Cardiorespiratory endurance is when your heart and lungs work together so you can exercise for a long time. Flexibility is the ability to move muscles and joints through a full range of motion. Muscular endurance is the ability to use the same muscles for a long period of time. Can you lift that weight many times? Muscular strength, the force a muscle can exert during a single contraction or lifting something heavy one time. Look at the numbered videos. Show your teacher with your fingers which one is muscular strength. Show your teacher which number with your fingers is muscular endurance. If you said number 2 was muscular strength, you are correct because the person is lifting the weight one time and using all of their strength. If you said number 1 was muscular endurance, you're correct because the girl is using her muscles many times. Again, take a look at the numbered videos. Use your fingers to show your teacher which one is flexibility. Also show your teacher which one is cardiorespiratory endurance. If you said flexibility was number 3, you are correct. Stretching is a great way to show flexibility or the ability to move muscles and joints through a full range of motion. If you said video number 4 was cardiorespiratory endurance, you are also correct. Running is a great way to show cardiorespiratory endurance, where your heart and lungs are working together so you can exercise for a long period of time. The FIT principles stand for F is for frequency. How often are you physically active? The I is for intensity. How hard your body is working or how easy your body is working. The T stands for time. How long are you physically active? And the other T stands for type. What kind of activity are you participating in? Right now, stop the video and talk about what the FITT or the FIT principles stand for. The principles of training include overload. The more you do, the more you are capable of doing. Progression, the need to gradually increase overload. Specificity, train in the area that you want to improve. Let's expand your thinking. So let's take a deeper dive into the principles of training. With overload, which is the more you do, the more you're capable of doing, a good example of this would be running and playing. The more you run and the more you play, the easier it is on your body. It builds endurance, which allows you to do it even more. Let's take a look at progression. The need to gradually increase the overload. A good example of this would be lifting weights. When you're lifting weights over and over again, the weight that you're using is probably going to get easy or too easy. So you're going to need progression, which means you're going to need to go ahead and gradually increase that weight until it gets hard again. And the last one is specificity, training in the area that you want to improve in. If you want to improve in long distance running, you need to practice long distance running. Lifting heavy weights is not going to help you in this. That's why specificity is important. You need to train in the area that you want to improve in. Moderate activity requires some effort and raises your heart rate. The example of moderate activity would be household chores, bowling, and playing putt-putt. Vigorous activity is a little more intense. It requires a lot of effort and causes heavy breathing and higher heart rate. Examples of this would be running laps or jumping rope. Chasing is a skill used to catch up, tag, or overtake a moving object or person. Fleeing and dodging are skills used to avoid others and obstacles while moving in general space. Overhand throwing cues consist of turning to the side of your target, arm way back or arm in L, step with the opposite foot, and follow through. When you're throwing a pass to a teammate, you want to throw with a lead pass, which is thrown to an open space ahead of where your teammate is moving. Catching cues consist of watch the ball, reach for the ball, and pull it in. When you are trying to get open for a pass, you should always move away from the defender so that you can be open to catch the pass. An overhead set is a skill that can be used to return a high-level ball over the net in volleyball. Invasion games are games in which the aim is to invade an opponent's territory and score a goal or point. These are typically fast-paced games that need teamwork in order to control the ball, keep possession, move into scoring position, and prevent the other team from scoring. Soccer is a great example of an invasion game. Offense is the team that has possession of the ball and is trying to score. The example of someone that would be scoring would be forwards or strikers if you were playing on a soccer team. Defense is the team that does not have possession of the ball and is trying to keep the other team from scoring. Goalies and goalkeepers play on defense in soccer. Static balance is used when we are holding a stationary position. Dynamic balance is used when we are moving, starting, or stopping. Sportsmanship is fair and generous behavior or treatment of others. Allowing the person in the next lane to take their turn first is an example of good sportsmanship or good bowling etiquette. My plate encourages balanced meals from the 5 food groups. The 5 food groups are fruits, vegetables, grains, such as breads and cereals, protein, like meat, beans, and eggs, and dairy, such as yogurt, milk, and cheese. Half of your plate should be made up of fruits and vegetables. It is important to wear a life jacket when on a boat or near water. If someone's in trouble in the water, you should not enter the water yourself. Instead, you should look for an adult and then throw them a flotation device or lay down on your stomach and reach them with a pool noodle or a pool cleaning pole. The steps for crossing the street safely are: stop at the edge, look left, look right, look left again, and keep looking as you cross. Wearing a bike helmet can reduce the risk of head injury and keep everything much more safe. The bicycle hand signals are: turn left with your left arm, turn right with your left arm pointing up, turn right with your right arm pointing right, stop with your left arm down, and slow down by moving your hand back and forth down. When shooting, the release and follow-through should create a backspin on the ball when shooting a basketball. A pattern is a repeated form or design, such as triangle, square, triangle, square, triangle, square. A rhythm is a strong, regular, repeated pattern of movement or sound, such as up, down, stomp, clap. Up, down, stomp, clap. A sequence in dance is a preset pattern of movements, usually set to music, that can be a source of creativity and self-expression. In forehand striking cues in tennis, you want to move to the side of your target, eyes on the ball, racket back, step with opposite foot, and follow through from low to high. In baseball and softball, both of them use a horizontal swing for sidearm striking. Hockey and golf both use a vertical swing for underhand striking. The safety ABCs of the first tee are: A, all sides, look all around. B is for broadcast, say what you are doing. And C, caddy check, partner check to make sure the area is safe. An upstander speaks up and helps the person who is being bullied. And the 5 safety rules are: know what's up, spot red flags, make a move, talk it up, no blame, no shame. Peer pressure is a feeling that you must do the same thing as other people in your class or social group to be liked or respected by them or to fit in. Sometimes peer pressure can help you make healthy, positive, and safe choices if your friends or family encourage you to study, eat healthy, or play sports, and that could really help you. Sometimes peer pressure is not so safe or healthy. If someone pressures you to break the rules or do something dangerous like smoking, vaping, or other things like drugs or alcohol, that is not safe or healthy.